Hello, it's time to plan a trip back to Cornwall after 3 great weeks in the Orkney Islands, and had a great time. It's been really lovely, thoroughly recommend it. So I'm just looking at the map, so I'll put in home onto the GPS and it will come up where all the stops are that I've got to stop up. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total. They go up to the ferry at St Margaret's Hope. I'll top up there, Charge Place, Scotland, because it's 25p a kilowatt, whereas at Inverness the Tesla will be 48. Now the last one is in Bristol, so it's about 120 miles from home. I won't fill up completely because at 48p a kilowatt there'll be enough for me to get home, because once I get home I will be charging up at the 16p rate per kilowatt during the day and 5p a kilowatt between 12:30 and 4:30 in the morning. So you can see with all these different prices, charging at home 16p, 5p. I'll tell you later what the real world range is and the total costs. When I arrived for the ferry and there was a charger there, Charge Place Scotland, checked the bill, there was no charge. So the Orkney distillery is a free Tesla destination charger for customers, and normally destination chargers are in hotels and Airbnbs, booking.com, but this one is for customers, which is a tour for the distillery or buying from the shop, out the back, which is in the evening where you could have a drink, or it's a daytime cafe. And I used it a number of times. Excellent coffee there, and it was really great. So that was free top up, which was very nice. I'm just about to leave now and head off back to Cornwall from northern Scotland and the Orkney Islands, and I'm charging at a Charge Place Scotland. Please stick around with me. Join me on the journey back to Cornwall. So just charged up at the Tesla supercharger at Inverness, and after 3 weeks of the relatively quietness of Orkney, it's strange to be back with lots and lots of cars and people. Anyway, on to the next Tesla supercharger on our journey back to Cornwall. So we're here at the supercharger in Perth, and I don't think I've been to the Perth supercharger before. Trip's going well, beautiful driving through Scotland. The roads are wonderful. Not many dual carriageways, mostly single track roads, but long, not many bends, and some nice considerate drivers, and enjoying the drive in Scotland. So this supercharger at Perth, it's about a 5-minute walk to the Londis forecourt supermarket, because the actual supercharger is in the park and ride, but it's good to stretch the legs, so that's really not a problem. The last supercharger at Inverness was just in a car park, so there really wasn't anywhere there to get a coffee or stretch your legs or loo. Now someone local might say, oh well, if you walk around the corner there's a very nice cafe, but I'm not local, so I have no idea if there is. It doesn't appear to me that there would be somewhere like that. However, I used the half-hour time to talk to my wife Jennifer on FaceTime, so and I wasn't that hungry or thirsty, so that was good. But this of course the ideal supercharger really has to be right next door to where you get a decent coffee, maybe some food, stretch your legs and use the toilets. They're not always like that. I'm at the Tesla supercharger in Abingdon. This is the only supercharger I've ever stopped at before that I had to wait, and it was on a Sunday, and I think there's only the 6 here midweek, and it's half full. The car doesn't need it, it's half full, but I do. I need to stretch my legs. The longer the journey goes on, the more exercise my legs need, and I thought, well, I'll just stop here. And the Tesla was encouraging me to stop, even though it was half full. That T-Bay services, it's chucking it down. I tried filming outside, but it was pretty impossible. We've topped up. We've got 2 more places to stop at, superchargers, before we get home. That's Kiel and Gordano, so we'll get on with it. So we're in Gordano services, 3 in the morning, and I didn't forget my reusable mug. Last stop before Cornwall. It's really great to get home after a very long 18-hour drive, 800 miles from the top of Scotland down to Cornwall. Feeling tired, but going to have a really good sleep now. It's important, because those sort of hours would be illegal if you're a lorry driver, to have rest up a lot the day before and then sleep as much as you can the day after. But it's the day before that's most important, because it is quite a long time. It's about 12 hours driving and probably 6 hours sort of stretching legs, getting coffees and going to the loos. So the overall cost is, overall trip, I did 2,279 miles in total. It was 236 watts per mile, which equates to the range of the car that's meant to do 259, about 211. I know in the Orkneys I would have been getting much closer to the 259, sometimes surpassing it, but the 211 represents 70 mile an hour on the motorway most of the time. A lot of it was driving at night, so I wasn't restricted too much by volume of traffic, but there was quite a few 50s. But surely the for the good range, it doesn't like 70 miles an hour, and it would definitely not like a lot more than that. So overall, I think it was a very, very successful trip. I recommend Orkneys to go to, or Scotland, in your Tesla. Buy a Tesla. If you go to the Tesla app and charge stats, you can see what your electric consumption has been for the previous month. Tesla's in red, home is blue, and all others are in grey, and you can adjust the amounts of per kilowatt for home and other. For the other, I had different prices, so I had to work it out because I had a grid serve at 39p a kilowatt, a Charge Place Scotland between 20 and 25, and some was free. Now, and that worked out at 21p per kilowatt. So my overall cost was 9p a mile for the trip, because I did 2,279 miles in total. Now, that is a fraction of the cost of the petrol diesel car. Bearing in mind, if you still don't think that's cheap enough, at home I can charge for between 1 and 4p. And if you're thinking of buying a Tesla and you can't charge at home, thinking you'll have to go to a Tesla supercharger, you don't. There are plenty of other chargers around that won't be charging 48p per kilowatt because they're slower, and it could be while you're at work, while you're shopping or visiting friends, that you can use them. So there's plenty of them about. So I hope this has been useful. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you can like and subscribe, and please leave comments below. Love all the comments, and take care, and see you next time. Bye now.